Your kid is gifted, smart, athletic, artistic, musical. Everyone tells you how lucky you are. Teachers love them, other parents are jealous, and you feel proud. But here's what no one tells you. Talented kids are more likely to become degenerates. Now, I'm not saying this because talent is bad. I'm saying this because most parents completely mess up how they handle them. They protect the talent instead of building the character. They praise the gift instead of the effort. They make life easier because they're so smart. And they accidentally raise a kid who thinks the world owes them something because they've never had to work for anything. Here's what usually happens. Your gifted 8-year-old cruises through school without studying. He gets picked first for all the teams without training. He wins awards without trying. Everyone says they're special, and they believe it. They build their identity around being naturally better than everyone else. Not around discipline, not around effort, around being gifted. But here's the problem. The world doesn't stay easy forever. There comes a moment, usually around high school or college, when natural talent stops being enough, when everyone else is caught up through hard work, when the foundation they never built finally matters, when effort becomes more important than ability, and for the first time in their life, they're not the best, they're not special, they might even be average. And they have no idea how to handle it because no one ever taught them how to struggle, how to work when it's hard, how to be proud of effort instead of outcome, how to build their identity on character instead of comparison. So what do? Option 1, they become perfectionists, terrified to try anything they might not excel at, paralyzed by the fear of not being gifted anymore. Option 2, they check out entirely. If I'm not naturally the best, why bother? Option 3, they seek chaos, drugs, alcohol, risky behavior, anything that makes them feel special again, anything that gives them the intensity they're addicted to. I've seen it over and over and over. The most talented kids from my coaching days, half of them are fat alcoholics in their 3rd or 4th marriage. The ones who weren't naturally gifted but worked their asses off, they're still playing the games, still growing, still showing up. You know what a border collie is? It's one of the smartest dog breeds in the entire world. They are bred to work. They work sheep all day, every day. They are incredibly intelligent for a dog, high energy, and they need a job to do. Some people get border collies and think, I'll be the best border collie owner ever. I'll give it a good home. I'll let it have a good, relaxing life. But here's what happens when someone gets a border collie and treats it like a regular pet. When they don't give it work to do, it becomes a nightmare dog. It tears up your house. It creates chaos. It becomes destructive, anxious, impossible to live with. Not because it's mean, because it's built for intense work and you're not giving it any. All that intelligence and energy has to go somewhere, so it goes into destroying your furniture. Gifted kids are the same. They are high-capacity humans. They need high-capacity challenges. They need to be pushed beyond their comfort zone. They need to learn what failure feels like while the stakes are still low. If you don't give them real work, real struggle, real challenges, they'll create their own chaos and it won't be the kind that you want. So how do you know if you accidentally creating the problem? Let me walk you through what this looks like in real life. Picture this. Your kid breezes through everything. School, sports, music, it all comes naturally and you think, great, life's easy for them. But that's actually warning sign number 1. They're not learning how to work for anything. Now, Here's what you probably do next. And I get it, because this feels like good parenting. You start protecting their gift. You avoid putting them in situations where they might not be the best. When they don't want to practice piano, you make excuses. They're just naturally musical. They don't need as much practice as everyone else. Sound familiar? And then something interesting happens. The moment anything gets hard, really hard, they quit. They lose interest immediately, because they've never had to push through difficulty before. So what do instead? They stick to what they're already good at. They won't try new sports, new skills, new challenges. Why would they? They might not be instantly amazing at it. But here's the kicker, and this is where you can really see the problem forming. Listen to how you talk about them. Do you say, "You're so smart," or "You're so talented"? Or do you say, "I'm proud of how hard you worked on that"? Because if it's the first one, you're feeding the problem. And finally, this one's tough to watch. They start developing an attitude. They look down on other kids who aren't as gifted. They expect special treatment because they're different. That's when you know you've got a pretty big problem on your hands. So, how do you fix it? Let me give you some practical ways to handle this better. First thing, stop praising the gift. Start praising the grind. Instead of "You're so smart," try "I'm so proud of how hard you worked on that." Instead of "You're naturally gifted and talented," say "I can see the effort you're putting in." See the difference? You're rewarding the work, not the wiring. Second, find challenges that actually match their capacity. And here's the key. Don't make artificial work. Don't be one of those parents. Find real challenge that requires their full effort. Don't manufacture it. If they're the best player on their team, move them to a higher level where everyone is good. If school is too easy, get them into advanced classes where they'll actually need to study. If they're coasting, find environments where their talent is just the entry fee, not the winning ticket. But here's what not to do. This is very important. Don't punish the gift. Don't force extra practice when they're already the best. Don't make them do busy work just because they're capable. Don't punish them for being naturally good at something. I learned this lesson the hard way. I was forced to practice music as a gifted kid. You know what happened? It killed my love for it. The moment I could quit, I did. Now I can't even play anything, not even a simple tune. Instead, find environments where their gift is challenged naturally. Move them up to where they're not automatically the best. Let them discover what real effort feels like through appropriate challenge. Third, get them doing physical challenges. This is huge. The gym doesn't care how smart you are. The weights don't care about your natural ability. Physical training teaches them something crucial, that results come from work, not gifts. Get them lifting, running, training, basic stuff. Make them sweat for something that has nothing to do with their talent. Fourth, teach them how to lose gracefully. Put them into competitions they won't win. Teach them to shake hands, say, "Good game, come back again tomorrow." Show them that losing doesn't make him less valuable as a person. Fifth, build their identity on character, not comparison. Stop letting them define themselves as the smart one or the talented one. Start building identity around things like, "I'm someone who works hard, who doesn't quit. I'm someone who helps others. I'm someone who takes on big challenges, and they don't hurt me and I'm not afraid of them." Now, six, let them feel real consequences. If they coast, they feel it. If they don't prepare, they fail. If they rely on talent instead of effort, life teaches them the lesson. Don't rescue them from their own laziness. Look, if you recognize yourself in what I've been saying, don't panic. You can fix this. It's not actually the end of the world. First, own it. Go to your kid and say something like this: I think I've done you a disservice. I've been praising your talent instead of your effort. I've been making things too easy for you. That changes today. Then you just rebuild with them. Start with physical challenges. Get them in the gym. 14, 15, 16 is old enough. Make them run. Make them sweat for something. Remove the safety nets. Stop protecting them from failure. Raise the standards. If they are capable of more, expect more without being a show parent. And change the way you talk to them. Focus on process, not outcomes. Here's what you need to understand. Your gifted child is not a blessing to be protected. They're a high-performance engine that needs high-octane fuel. If you feed them regular unleaded, if you let them coast on talent, you're not protecting them, you're setting them up to crash. Because the world doesn't care how smart they were at 8. The world cares about who they become at 28. And if they never learn to work, to struggle, to fail and get back up, they'll be the 28-year-old with so much potential who never did anything with it. They'll be the one with all the natural ability and none of the discipline. The one who talks about what they could have been instead of what they are. I was a gifted kid, cruised through school without effort. Everyone told me how smart I was, and I believed them. I passed 3 years of engineering degree, civil engineering, without going to class, but when the 4th year hit, I was way out of my league. For the first time in my life, talent wasn't enough. I had absolutely no foundation, no work ethic, no idea on how to struggle, so I dropped out, humiliated, because no one taught me that effort matters more than ability, that character matters more than comparison, that the grind matters more than the gift. Don't let that happen to your kid. Your gifted child doesn't need protection. They need preparation. They need to learn that their value isn't in being better than others. It's in becoming better than they were yesterday. So challenge them. Let them fail. Teach them to sweat. Because the world is full of coulda-beens. It really is. But it's hungry for people who show up and do the work.